Hello and welcome to my channel, the Solar Scribe. Before we get started on the cards, I've got two messages that came through earlier, and I've had direct experience of this, so I'm passing this on. There's a lot of imbalance on the planet at the minute with the energy. As I was trying to make this video, look, quite a few things, dropping things, and tried to light the candles, and then I burnt my thumb, and I was saying to Spirit, what is happening, and there's quite a bit of imbalance, and the message is to ground, because we are being bombarded with these plasma waves of energy that are knocking people off kilter, and it's Spirit is saying take the time out to ground yourself, because if you don't, and that's your choice, but if you don't, then it just means that you're going to have to go back and redo some things, because things aren't exactly going to be how you planned them. The other thing is we need to do things in order. In the next few days, things need to be in order. And I was shown like a computer algorithm pattern, which is what you put in is what you get out, but you need to put the pattern in order, so it's like a binary code. So for instance, if you were making a cup of tea, the first thing you would have to do is put water in the kettle, then you switch the kettle on, then you get a cup out, that kind of thing. So making sure you've got all the tools for the job is the first thing. And secondly, make sure that you try to do things in order. It gives the energy of balance to what you're trying to achieve. So I hope that makes sense. Right, okay, so I've been asked to do things a slightly different way today for some reason. I don't question, I just do. In terms of my inner being and higher self. So I've been asked to give you a Metatron card first. These are Amanda Ellis cards, and the book's here. It's quite a big book, so I hope you can see that. So Spirit is saying things are really being shaken up now, and obviously in my other videos I do the Ascended Masters first, and then it is in order, but what they're saying today is they want me to do things in a different way to influence my timeline, so it's just for my reality and my timeline. Okay, so the card we've got is 45, which is endings. You are held. So what this card is saying is that there are a lot of endings coming about, and some of them are quite painful. And what Metatron is saying is sit within that energy and try not to run away from it, because it will come back. So if you can manage to feel the feeling and sit with the energy, I said this in the video a few days ago, it will dissipate more quickly than coming around in this loop, and the same things coming through again. I'm seeing two seagulls or birds here, which can be endings of relationships. There are some endings coming around, and with Valentine's Day coming up, there's a big resurgence, and I said this yesterday, there's a big resurgence of energy around twin flames. Don't really like the term twin flame, but I'm using it just for this purpose so people know what I'm talking about. So there's an energy coming here of and I'm also being shown base chakra with this red. I'm being shown, and I said this yesterday as well, the base and sacral, the lower chakras, base, sacral and solar plexus chakras are on fire. This is where this fire is coming in. So there could be some impulsive moves. There could be some people that are have been holding back on more of a sexual emotion, and they decide to go through with it. There's quite a lot happening in terms of it can be quite confusing. And these two are separate. It's like one of them is flying forward and the other one's static. So what I'm being shown there is that there are some, inevitably, in some relationships, it comes to a point where one person has evolved within that relationship so much that the other person is just either grasping to keep up, or they just poles apart and it isn't working anymore. And for the divine contracts and the soul contracts, I'm being shown that sometimes it's better to just let it go, which is not the easiest thing, I know that, but that's what I'm being shown. There are a lot of couples that are separating now. There's an uncoupling going on. In order for the new energy to come in and the new collaborations to come in, and obviously we've got the pink, which is the soft, divine, feminine energy, which is counteracting a lot of this fire, this fiery energy that's around. And again, I'm hearing fire in the loins. So it could be quite a few people are being led by their lower chakras. And that isn't right or wrong. There's no judgment there. It just is what it is. And the number 9, which again is an ending of a cycle. Okay. So let's see what the next card is. I'm going to draw 2 Metatron cards, and then I'm going to do my usual ones. And then I've got a dragon one and a hidden world one as well. So again, these cards are really... oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Number 6. Love. So with this card, it's been... You are held in the arms of spirit. Whatever is happening with these uncouplings, you're being held. So this one is relationships and harmony, and it's saying, it is a nod to Valentine's Day as well, because that is coming up, and I said St. Valentine was around very strongly yesterday. No, I'm not talking about the commercial aspect, I'm talking about, you know, the spiritual aspect of relationships, the higher aspect of relationships. You are being held within the arms of spirit. Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene are coming in very strongly as well, and Yeshua. And what they are saying is the number 6 is creativity. It's the double the 3. It's creativity. So out of this ending is being created a beautiful beginning. But you can't create this in the 2 if you don't let that go, if you don't jump off the edge of this pier and find out what's on the other side of that. So anybody that's teetering on the edge of this, they're either going to walk back into the familiarity or they're going to jump off into the new. And there's no judgment there again. They're saying that you're absolutely held within the arms of spirit and your inner being, no matter what you decide to do. Because there's no right or wrong with this. It just is. They're just bringing guidance in. And whether you follow it or you choose to take a different path is absolutely fine. And if you look at the colours of these 2 here and these, they're the same. What they're saying is the same. An ending is a beginning, is just a beginning. Okay, that's beautiful. Right, so let's do an Ascended Master. Ascended Master cards. I'm going to put those 2 together for now. I've got a slight feeling something's going to come up about that. This is my Solar Scribe feather I was asked by Archangel Gabriel to put that up today, which is so I was trying to find ways to keep it there. Okay, so we've got Sanat Kumara, Serapis Bay, which is Ascension. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put him on that side, because that feather is taking up more room now. Okay, right, there we go. Right, so Sanat Kumara again came through yesterday. He is talking about internal guidance, loud and clear, share your light, and keys and codes through the eyes as well. Okay, right, I'm going to swap these over because I feel like Serapis Bay wants to come with this endings card here, with this energy. If you look here, it's the same, and the colours. Right, so what Serapis Bay is saying with this ascension, and again we've got the 2 and we've got the base chakra in the middle, which is what I was talking about here. Okay, you're saying some people are in this ascension process, and some people are being led by the lower chakras to make decisions they wouldn't necessarily make if they were more balanced, which is what I was talking about earlier. However, he's saying in terms of ascension, which obviously I don't like using, but in terms of ascension or descension, whatever you want to say, it's all in divine order. People are following the blueprints, which is the blue. They're following the blueprints, and it's all in divine order. And he's saying take comfort from that. So rise above the darkness. The light is here. Okay, so he's saying once you step forward towards the light, he's basically saying you need to make a decision, and you need to make it now. And whichever way you go is fine, but you need to make a decision. Okay, so Sanat Kumara, I was actually holding that card, I didn't put it back up. So Sanat Kumara is saying exactly the same thing for the galactics as well. You are being held by your galactic team. You are being held in the arms of spirit, and there is nothing within your blueprint, on the earth, in the universes, anywhere in the solar system, where you are not being held, any aspect of you. So that's a great comfort, I think, at this time, because for me personally, I have really struggled these last few days with energy being a bit choppy and all over the shop. Okay, so to the Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So that's the same. That's the 3rd time they've said it in this reading. Spirit has your back. The galactics have your back. Archangel Metatron and all of the archangels have your back. They're doing this thing with us. So they're all there. Call on them for support. Call on them. If you're wanting to jump off this pier, call on them and they will help you. Okay, right, that was a beautiful message actually. Very supportive. Right, I'm going to do 2 of the angel cards. Oh, I need to show you what they are, don't I? So they're the archangel ones I'm doing now. Angels of Atlantis, and the keepers of the light, which are these. Okay, right, so as I said earlier, the cards seem to be taking the time to come out today, which is everything needs to be in order. Which is the information that I got very strongly. Okay. Yeah, okay. So Uriel. trust. Trust that everything is working out according to plan. Okay, and if you look at the colours of this, we've got the Holy Spirit here, we've got love here, we've got the Divine Feminine here, we've got the white light of Spirit here, we've got the grounding of the Pia here. All of those energies are in that card. And Uriel saying trust. Trust that everything is unfolding, and that is not the easiest thing to do, to go inside and trust. But that's what I'm being shown. Trust that everything is working out. Trust that everything is happening according to divine timing, divine will, and your divine inner being blueprint. Again, I'm being shown the blueprint, the divine masculine, the divine feminine. All of this is within that card. Okay. So that's all the angels wanted to say actually for that. Right, my next one is Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. Now again, these cards are new, and I'm not going to go with the book. I'm just going to go with the card that I'm given, the number, and I'll tie it in somehow. Oh, okay. So the card is the leap, ecstasy, bliss, belief. She's jumping off there, and I've talked about jumping off the pier. And number 16, if you add the 1 and 6 together, is number 7, which is the number of spirit. So the leap, ecstasy, bliss, belief. So what they're saying is, once you've jumped off this pier or this rock, this light will carry you. Trust that this light will carry you forward. Okay, you just have to make the leap. Spirit is saying if you want things to change, you have to move. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to leap off a rock, or you have to do something that's too uncomfortable. We do like comfort as human beings, but we have to move out of our comfort zone. We have to move. If she stayed on this rock and didn't move anywhere, that would be quite a boring, lonely place to be in. So she's trusting that that light is carrying her forward into something, a different experience, a more enjoyable experience. Okay, so Spirit can't put it any clearer than that. Take the leap and go. So because she's on her own in this card, Spirit is saying they can't do it for you. Nobody else can do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. Okay? And you will be held. Right, so finally I've got these Dragon Path Oracle cards. I picked these up in Glastonbury, so I don't know if they're available online. But with these, I may have to read from the book because they are very deep and there's really not much information on the card itself, but I don't need to. Okay. So again, number 7, magic and manifestation. Take the leap. Because if you do that, look what's happening here. Exactly same colours. Exactly the same energy. And you've got these 2 dragons that are creating something new. The 1 and the 1 is a 3. So when they get together, they're making all of these beautiful colours around them. But you have to take the leap. So magic and manifestation. So I've got Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene here with the double M. And they were here earlier with the... Oh, okay. Right. So I'm being shown that. So the Holy Spirit is saying, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene are here. Magic and manifestation. Take the leap. And the Holy Grail is within you. Your inner being, it's within you. Okay. That's a beautiful message for today. I just want to say something else about the number 7. Right, okay, so I've got the 7th of February. Just let me do the numbers for that because there's something about it that's 7th of February. There's some planetary thing going on. I'm not really good with the numbers. Sorry, with astrology. Sorry, I'm trying to add up and do this. 7, 9, 9, 13. Right. I got that yesterday. And I've also got that today, which is exactly the same number. And what I said about it yesterday was that there was something going on the 13th, which was the day before Valentine's Day. And I'm getting the same message again. The number 13 is really, really significant. And there's an energy coming in the day before Valentine's Day. Now, obviously, I'm talking linear, and time happens all at once. Everything, past, present, and future, is on the timeline of now, the eternal now. But I'm being shown that on the 13th, there is some kind of... All right, okay. So this is what I'm being shown. People that are taking the leap around the Valentine's Day energy are taking a leap towards the twin flame. And I was shown that energy coming in again yesterday of the twin flame with the 2 candles. And if you look here, that is the void. That is the void. And that they are the twin flames. So once you've jumped over that void, that's what's there. So it's a really, really, really important number 13 and the day before Valentine's Day. For any of you are hoping to manifest that energy of your twin in a balanced way. So this is what they're saying, talking about the balance, not leaping from the relationship you're in now to another one, thinking that it's going to be different. If you're a twin flame energy, you have to be balanced and settled of the Holy Grail within yourself to get this energy of, I don't want to say better than, but a more pleasant experience of a relationship. Okay, but she's leaping towards her twin flame. Right, that's it for today. The energy was all over the place, so I do apologise if this video isn't making sense in some parts. But I just deliver the messages as I get them. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Bye.